Time is money, money is time, so I keep 7 o'clock in the bank and gain interest in the hour of God. I'm saving to buy my freedom, God grant me wings, I'm too fly, not too fly. I soar to look at humans without wings, so I soar and find tickle in the feathers of my wings. Flying hysterically over land, numerically I am 7 mountains higher than the valley of death, 7 dimensions deeper than dimensions of breath. The fiery sun of my passions evaporates the love lakes of my soul, clouds my thoughts and rains you into existence as I take flight on bolts of lightning, claiming chaos as my concubine and you as my me. I of the storm, you of the sea, we of the moon, land of the free. What have I done to deserve this? Am I happy? Happiness is a mediocre standard for a middle-class existence. I see through smiles and smell truth in the distance. Beyond one-dimensional smiles and laughter lies a hereafter, where tears that collapse. You captured math and divide a smile by a tear times fear equals mere truth that simply dwells in the air. If that's the case, all I have to do is breathe and all else will follow. That's why drums are hollow. And I like drums. Drums are good, but I can't think straight. I lack the attention span to meditate. My attention spans galaxies. Here and now are immense. Seconds are secular. Moments are mine. Self is illusion. Music's divine. Noosed by the strings of Jimmy's guitar, I swing. Purple haze pendulum, hypnotizing the part of I that never dies. Look into my eyes of the windows of the soul. It's fried chicken, collards, and cornbread. His cornmeal flies, Archimedes and oil is the stolen blood of the earth. Used to make cars run and kill the fish. Who me? I play scales. The scales of dead fish of oil, slick seas. My sister blows wind through the hollows of fallen trees. And we are the echoes of eternity, echoes of eternity, echoes of eternity. Maybe you heard of us. We do rebirths, revolts, and resurrections. We threw basement parties and pyramids. I left my tag on the wall. The beach would echo off the stone and solidify into the form of light bulbs, destined to light up the heads of future generations. The reason lit up in the form of maybe you heard of us. If not, you must be trying to hear us. In such cases, we can't be heard. We remain in the darkness unseen. In the center of unpeeled bananas, we exist, uncolored by perception, clothed to the naked eye. 5 senses cannot sense the fact of our existence. That's only fact. In fact, there are no facts. Facts mean a fact and I'll telegram, a hologram, a telephone, the son of man, and telling me is done. Leave a message on his answer machine telling him there are none. God and I are one. Times moon, times star, times sun. The factor is me. You remember me. I slung amethyst rocks on Saturn blocks like I caught up our earthling cops. They wanted me for the army or whatever. Picture me. I swirl like the wind, tempting tomorrow to be today, tiptoeing the fine line between everything and everything else. I am simply Saturn, swirling sevens through sooth, the soul living air of air, and and all else follows, reverberating the space inside of drum hollows, packaged from bottles and shipped to tomorrow, then sold to the highest nigga. I swing from the tallest tree, lynched by the lowest branches of me, praying that my physical will set me free, because I'm afraid that all else is vanity. Mere language is profanity. I'd rather hum, or have my soul tattooed to my tongue, and let the scriptures be sung in gibberish, as words be simple fish in my sobrium and intellect can't swim. So I stop combing my mind so my thoughts can lock. I'm tired of trying to understand. Perceptions are mangled, matted, and knotted. Anyway, life is more than what meets the eye and I. So elevate I to the third, but even that shit seems absurd in your thoughts. If you third isolated, no man is an island, but I often feel alone. So I find peace through Whereas break beats have been the missing link connecting the diasporic community to its drum-moving past. Whereas the quantized drum has allowed the whirling mathematicians to calculate the ever-changing distance between rock and stardom. Whereas the velocity of spinning vinyl cross-faded, spun backwards, and re-released at the same given moment of recorded history, yet at a different moment in time's continuum has allowed history to catch up with the present. We do hereby declare reality unkept by the changing standards of dialogue. Statements such as, keep it real, especially when punctuating or anticipating modes of ultra-violence inflicted psychologically or physically, will henceforth be seen as retroactive and not representative of the individually determined is. Furthermore, as determined by the collective consciousness of this state of being and the less than distant routine thought patterns and their secular manifestations, the role of men as listening receptacles is to be increased by a number no less than 70% of the current enlisted as vocal aggressors. Motherfuckers better realize Now is the time to self-actualize. We have found evidence that hip-hop standard 85 RPM will increase by a number at least half the rate of its standard or decrease to 3/4 of its speed. It would be a determining factor in heightening consciousness. Studies show that when the given norm is changed in the face of the unchanging, the remaining contradictions will parallel the truth. Equate rhyme with reason, sun with season, our cyclical relationship to phenomenon has encouraged scholars to erase the centers of periods, thus symbolizing the non-linear character of cause and effect. Reject mediocrity. Your current frequencies of understanding outweigh that which has been given for you to understand. The current standard is the equivalent of an adolescent restored to the diet of an infant. The rapidly changing body would acquire dysfunctional and deformative symptoms and could not properly mature on a diet of applesauce and crushed pears. Light years are interchangeable with years of living in darkness. The role of darkness is not to be seen as or equated with ignorance, but the unknown and the mysteries of the unseen. Thus, in the name of Robeson, Godson, Hurston, Akhenaten, Hatshepsut, Blackfoot, Helen, Lennon, Kahlo, Kali, the Three Marias, Tara, Lilith, Lord, Whitman, Baldwin, Ginsburg, Kaufman, Lumumba, Gandhi, Gibran, Shabazz, Siddhartha, Medusa, Guevara, Gurdjieff, Rand, Wright, Banneker, Tubman, Hamer, Holiday, Davis, Coltrane, Morrison, Joplin, Du Bois, Clark, Shakespeare, Rachmaninoff, Ellington, Carter, Gay, Hathaway, Hendricks, Cootie, Dickinson, Ripperton, Mary, Isis, Teresa, Hansberry, Tesla, Plath, Rumi, Fellini, Michaud, Nostradamus, Nefertiti, Laurent, Shiva, Ganesha, Yemaya, Oshun, Obatala, Ogun, Kennedy, King, Four Little Girls, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Keller, Biko, Marley, Magdalene, Cosby, Shakur, those who burn, those still aflame, and the countless unnamed. We claim the present as the present, as the hereafter. We are unraveling our navels that we may ingest the sun. We are not afraid of the darkness. We trust that the moon shall guide us. We are determining the future at this very moment. We know that the heart is a philosopher's stone. Our music is our alchemy. We stand as the manifest equivalent of 3 buckets of water and a handful of minerals. Thus realize that those very buckets turned upside down supply the percussive factor of forever. If you must count to keep the beat, then count. Find your mantra and awaken your subconscious. Carve your circles counterclockwise. Use your cipher to decipher coded language. Man-made laws, climb waterfalls and trees, commune with nature. Snakes and bees. Let your children name themselves and claim themselves as the new day. For today, we are determined to be the channelers of these changing frequencies into songs, paintings, writings, dance, drama, photography, carpentry, crafts, love, and love. We enlist every instrument, acoustic, electronic, every so-called gender, race, sexual orientation, every person as beings of sound to acknowledge the responsibility to uplift the consciousness of the entire fucking world. Any utterance unaimed will be disclaimed, will be maimed. 2 rappers slain.
Jerry Quigley is
Check out Jerry Quigley, please. Jerry Quigley is amazing. Amazing.
And that comes. And then we close out with a slam. If you want on Tuesday night to celebrate the word, that's the festival. I could not think of a better celebration. If you want more films, the quality of Slam, support them. If you want to see more artists, the quality of Sonia and Saul and Be Young, make it known. Make it known, get on our website, or just go out anywhere and support those artists. If you hear a spoken word, support it, support it, support it. It should be easy to make films like this, or at least to get them out in the theater. It should be easy to pack stadiums with artists of this caliber. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.